Tonight on RBT.
Have not smoked any marijuana or taken any drugs in those last 2 or 3 days.
The only way we're going to stop him is by putting him in jail before he kills someone.
It's all me right now. No, it's all me.
One big breath and blow through.
Why didn't you swap drivers? Stay there, don't move. Stop. This time I'm going to place you under arrest.
It's getting late in Sydney's Paddington. The nightlife here attracts a colourful cocktail of drinkers and drivers.
They start partying about midnight, 11 o'clock at night, go through to the early hours of the morning. Probably 500 people tonight should breath test, and we should drug test about at least 100.
This boy here has a rare liver disease, so he can't drink alcohol, do drugs,
Or do anything, so...
I have a wonderful liver, so I can do whatever
So
I like.
basically, I'm the booze bus. I'm driving the piss people around tonight.
This driver has not had a drink, but perhaps a drug test will explain his high state of excitement.
That's it. All right, sit tight. Be about 5 minutes.
Okay.
All right, we'll get back to you.
I should come up trumps in a minute, yeah.
No.
So I'm feeling quite confident.
Trumps and... Excuse me, you're taking my limelight, you bitch.
No limelight for him. It's all on me. It's all me right now.
No, it's all me.
The boys are doing everything right. But over at the breath testing line, 37-year-old Chris is not. He took the edge off a long day by raising a glass with workmates, then jumped straight in the car.
At this stage you're under arrest. The breath test, okay?
As he's taken to the bus for breath analysis, Chris claims he's left his driver's licence at work.
So what sort of ID do you have on with you at the moment?
I've got an old driver's licence.
Okay, that's fine.
I just got my actual driver's licence out because they're photocopying it to me renegade at work tomorrow, so that's why I had my normal licence out and hadn't put it back in, so thank you.
Inside the bus, police are about to discover there's a whole lot more to Chris's story. At a Mount Druitt drug testing operation, a driver has just returned an exceptionally fast amphetamine indicator. The swab can take up to 5 minutes to react, but 29-year-old Nathan's test went positive in seconds.
Matey, when was the last time you had any methamphetamine? You had anything at all? Speed, LSD, ice?
Ever, never. No.
Never used it?
No.
All right, mate, what I'll get you to do, just jump in the car, I'll just give you another test. We'll see how you go. All right?
The second test will rule out the possibility of a faulty swab.
Take this, place the 2 prongs on the back of your tongue, scrape it forward and hand it back. Thanks. All right. So, you've had nothing?
No, definitely not.
Never tried it? Not in the last couple of days?
No, when I was younger, like 10, 15 years ago.
How about ecstasy? Have you had any eckies? No pills, no ice, none of the methamphetamine?
Definitely not. I work night shift, mate, 6 days a week, 12 and a half hours a day. Don't have time to take drugs.
All right.
But it seems this local father, who works as a storeman, does have time to smoke cannabis.
When was the last time you had some cones?
2 or 3 nights ago.
Because, is that hydro?
Oh, I wouldn't.
Wouldn't know. If you've had hydro, marijuana, the stuff they put in that does react. And sometimes it's that illegal compound that makes it so powerful is the amphetamine. All right?
The results of the second swab don't take long to appear. Nathan's gone positive again to cannabis and methamphetamines.
I'll get Senior Constable Jack, he's going to have a word to you and tell you exactly plainly what's about to happen, OK?
I know what's going to happen anyway, it's all right.
On a major road outside Newcastle, police are testing Saturday night traffic heading towards town. just before 8 in the evening, police spot a vehicle doing a U-turn short of the RBT site and heading for a rest area. On board the hastily parked four-wheel drive, there's a very beery aroma.
The car in your name?
And the driver's licence has gone missing.
All right, mate, just sit tight for me. Newcastle City 209 for a transport licence C9, thanks. At this point, I haven't breathalyzed the driver, but I'm just going to confirm his identity first, because he hasn't been able to produce a licence either.
Sonny's licence checks out, and he claims he was just looking for the perfect fishing spot. But he's not off the hook yet.
Hang on, babe.
Have you been drinking tonight?
Yeah, I've had a glass of wine.
How long ago was that?
Oh, probably half an hour ago, yeah.
Just take a big, deep breath, mate. I have to get you blowing the tube for this, mate. Big, deep breath, blowing the tube for me, and I'll tell you when to stop, OK? Stop, that'll do it. Yeah, that's fine, mate. No worries.
No worries.
Excellent.
Thanks,
buddy.
Well, we've done nothing wrong. I might just come go fishing and that's it. Then hear dramas. Everywhere you go, you dramas, man.
The fishermen are free to wet a line. But now, another driver appears to be fleeing the police net.
You could just stop short of the RBT site. Person at the front of the blue jeans just got out from the driver's seat and put the other female got out of the passenger seat.
In Fairfield, the driver of this red ute rounded off the working week with a few beers and a punt at the local sports club.
How many drinks did you have?
I don't know, 5, 6 beers.
All right.
With a drinks tally like that, getting behind the wheel was the biggest gamble of all for 34-year-old Bobby.
Yeah, all right. What I'll get you to do is take a deep breath and blow into the tube until I say stop. Stop. All right. Well, unfortunately, the machines indicated that you have 2.5 times the legal limit at this stage. Yeah, 2.5 times. Legal limit's 0.5. You've blown 0.122 on the device. So at this stage, you're under arrest for the purpose of a breath analysis. What we'll do, we'll take you back to Cabramatta.
Bobby's luck ran out right in front of the mate's place he was driving to. At least there's someone on hand to take care of his beloved work ute.
Come across the road, I'll give you my keys, man. Take my car back to your place, bro.
So were you drinking all day, or what?
We had a few drinks with a couple of mates at the pub there, you know, then ended up here at my friend's place. And I had to go see this other guy because I owed him money from a couple of weeks ago because I'm not a bad gambling habit, but I've got a bit of a gambling habit.
Yeah.
And I owed him a bit of cash from gambling, so I went and seen him, and I was just on my way back down to my friend's house, and
we're there.
You guys were waiting
We're there.
Yeah. Well, I've been pushing my life a few times anyway. I'll be honest with you, not the first time.
It's only a matter of time, and you will get caught.
At the end of the day, it's my own stupidity.
You're a perfect example of that, you know, like if anything, that's what you're a perfect example of. One day you will get caught.
Hey.
After finishing work late down at Bondi Beach, Chris had a couple of quick drinks before heading home.
At this stage, you're under arrest. A breath test, okay?
As he's taken for breath analysis, Chris explains why he's been working so late.
I've just built the ice skating rink on Bondi Beach. It's fun. It's a challenge. Building one on Bondi Beach, it's never been done before. So, quite proud of it. Had 4 days turnaround from Brisbane to Sydney, so actually half of my rink was in Brisbane on Tuesday with ice on it. I had it down here on Thursday with ice on it. So, monumental effort.
Chris's workmates have just rewarded his efforts with a gold medal.
There's the boys mucking around.
How many drinks do you think you've had tonight?
Just a couple of vodkas, vodka and coke.
Just normal
Just
glass?
a small cup, yeah.
Small cup. Just seal your lips around it. It's a continuous breath until I tell you to stop. Keep going.
Those 2 vodkas may be enough to sour the taste of tonight's success.
It requires a little bit. Just relax.
In Mount Druitt, Nathan has just gone positive to cannabis and methamphetamine in a roadside drug test and seems very familiar with the police process.
I'll get Senior Constable Jackie, he's going to have a word to you and tell you exactly plainly what's about to happen, OK?
I know what's going to happen anyway, it's all right.
Like I said, I'm Senior Constable Jenkins from Mount Druitt Highway Patrol. Listen to me, OK? You're under arrest because you supplied a positive sample of a prohibited drug.
Inside the police bus, Senior Constable Jenkins checks Nathan's driving record.
Mate, you've been charged with the same offence previously. Last year, you went to court for the same offence.
Twice in 2 weeks.
Twice in 2 weeks?
Right here in Mount Druitt.
So this is your third offence?
This is your third offence, is it?
Jesus.
When I got caught a year and a half ago, I said to myself I wouldn't smoke again at all. I gave up before I even started going to court. I broke up with my mother of my child. All things happened in the last year and a half. Depression, I've been depressed. All my bills got on top of me. I got a gambling habit. So then I went to night shift and, yeah, I started smoking on and off again.
Can you tell me why you failed that roadside drug test? Let's be honest with me, mate.
I honestly can't. Have not smoked any marijuana or taken any drugs in those last 2 or 3 days.
OK, when was the last time you did?
Would have been not Wednesday night, Tuesday morning.
And what'd you have?
1 or 2 cones to go to sleep.
You've been done twice by us before. Third time. Do you want to be put off the road for 20 years or something?
I don't care, man. Like, honestly, you do the right thing and this is where it gets you in. It's not worth it anymore, mate.
Are you saying driving impaired, driving drunk, drugs?
I just said 3 days. I have nothing in 3 days, but I'm still going to lose my licence for
Well, mate, we don't know yet,
days.
because I haven't even done the other test yet, so I'm just trying to get it right because... No, mate, you're all right. Well, Nathan, I'm not here to give you a hard time, mate. I'm just here doing my job.
3 days and it can come up with a positive reading. It should be if you're under the influence of drugs, not if you're driving and something's in your system.
You are impaired if you've got this in your system at all. That's why it's an illegal drug, OK?
In Newcastle, Senior Constable Collier is tracking down a possible stopper. That's someone who deliberately pulls up short of the RBT site.
So you could just stop short of the RBT site. The person at the front of the blue jeans just got out from the driver's seat.
Cassandra is a P-plater. She says the reason she pulled to the side of the road is because her car broke down.
All of a sudden I heard my car squealing and I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? I looked at my temperature gauge and it was just off the... it was way past hot and I'm thinking, oh my God, I've broken my car. I couldn't believe it.
Cassandra claims she has no idea why the police were following her.
I was looking and I'm like, oh, I think they're coming to help, I don't know. I don't know if I did something wrong. I really wasn't sure.
But some people will go to any lengths to avoid the breathalyzer, even staging a breakdown.
Is there any alcohol tonight?
No.
No? Don't take any illicit drugs or anything like that?
No.
No? Bit of a bad spot for your car to overheat.
Oh,
just short of an RBT site. All right, mate, just count to 10 for me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No worries. No problems with your licence at all? You're not suspended, disqualified?
No, nothing.
Cassandra's boyfriend is a mechanic. She phones him to come to her rescue. In the meantime, Officer Collier does his best to help out.
I guess we're actually pretty lucky that you guys were here anyway.
Yeah, well, at least you weren't drinking driving. That was the main thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's actually a good thing.
Stranded motorists, I mean, we don't leave them out in the middle of nowhere, so, you know, I've changed tyres for people and all sorts of stuff, so, yeah, but they've got people coming, so that's the main thing, and they're inside of us, so, you know, nothing untoward I don't think is going to happen to them out here.
Sure enough, Cassandra's boyfriend and family arrive to get her back on the road. Chris has just finished building a temporary ice skating rink on Bondi Beach.
Building one on Bondi Beach, it's never been done before, so quite proud of it.
But the 2 vodka and cokes he celebrated with after finishing the job could leave his licence on ice.
So Chris has just analysed your sample. It's come back a reading of 0.054. So that puts you in the low range category. Do you understand that?
Yeah, okay.
Chris has earned himself a date with a magistrate. but he's still not free to get his skates on.
You're coming up on our system as a suspended driver.
I've had some fines and I've been paying fines off, but as far as I knew, they were still being paid.
So you don't know what the suspension is for?
No. Being a mechanic and everything else, the licence means everything to me, so I sort of thought I had it all sorted with paying off the fines and kept my licence, so old news to me.
I was all prepared to give his licence back to him and actually found out that his licence had expired back in the beginning of the year, so he won't be able to drive at all. Looking at his traffic record, it's quite comprehensive. He'll probably have some issues when he gets to court in terms of what the magistrate decides a penalty might be.
See you later.
How many drinks did you have?
I don't know, 5, 6 beers.
All right. Blow into the tube until I say stop.
After spending Friday afternoon in the pub, electrician Bobby jumped in his ute and ran the gauntlet.
All right. Well, unfortunately, at this stage, you're under arrest for the purpose of a breath analysis.
In the breath analysis room at Cabramatta Police Station, Bobby appears to be learning a thing or two about keeping track of his drinks.
How many drinks have you had?
3 or 4 beers and probably like 2, probably 2 bourbons, Max.
Were they pre-mixed bourbons or?
No, they weren't actually the whole.
Somebody poured them?
There you go.
So you can't, you can't judge those. Even your schooner, the schooner you had to drink is not one standard drink. A midi is.
Not?
No, schooner's 1 1/3, 1 1/4.
Oh, really?
And that's a common
so
trap.
the midi is the standard drink?
Midi's a standard drink.
Okay, so schooner is above standard?
Schooner's above standard, yeah. It's an extra...
All right, yeah. Okay.
Did you eat while you were drinking?
No, I didn't.
Like most tradesmen, Bobby's trusty ute is his workshop on wheels.
Because I'm an electrician, we do a lot of shutdowns. We turn the power off to buildings, so I've got to turn up the places at different times. So, you know, yeah, sort of ruin myself there, but, you know, what do you do?
Stand up for me, take a deep breath.
If he blows over .08 again on his second test, Bobby will have to surrender his licence on the spot.
Stop. That's it. Grab a seat and we'll get a result very shortly.
Okay, you ready to go?
Yeah.
Right.
Inside a police bus at Mount Druitt, Nathan is facing his 3rd drug driving charge in just over 12 months.
Okay, Nathan. The Cozart machine has tested a sample of your saliva and has come back positive to both cannabis and ecstasy, methamphetamine, okay? Pretty much exactly what the roadside drug test told us.
Yep.
Okay? What can we do, mate? How are we going to break this cycle?
Stop smoking pot.
Yeah. Mate, because you keep getting caught. If you don't stop, you're going to go to jail.
Yeah, well, that's right. It'll always end up to that.
Yeah, eventually that's what will happen. Yeah, we've got to stop people drug driving.
Nathan says he became depressed after his last drug driving charge.
Yeah, haven't got out of my depression, unfortunately. I'm getting there, but...
But you know marijuana's a depression,
No.
It's a depressant.
Don't believe that.
You don't think so?
Totally don't. I don't know, maybe because I smoked it from such a young age, I don't know. I didn't have a mother and father there when I was young. You know, I didn't play footy, I didn't do any sports, I didn't have my mum walk me to school. You know, from the age of 5, we did it all ourselves. So, well, I'm there every day for my son, and I make sure I am.
You are setting an example for your child. So whatever you do, your child will see as acceptable, and he will grow up thinking that your behaviour is acceptable, and he will follow the same path as you have. Do you agree with that or disagree?
I agree with that.
Perhaps today's events will set Nathan on a new, more positive path.
That gentleman's in a cycle, and he hasn't broken the cycle. He's been caught 3 times in the last 12 months by my unit. He's on a one-way ticket to jail, and that's probably the only way we're going to stop him is by putting him in jail before he kills someone.
After blowing mid-range roadside, electrician Bobby got a crash course in beer basics.
And that's a
Oh, so the midi is a standard drink?
Midi's a standard drink.
Okay, so schooner is above standard.
Schooner is above standard, yeah.
But with a standard drinks tally in the double figures, the lesson may not be over.
Stop. Sit. Grab a seat and we'll get a result very shortly. Instruments analysed a sample of your breath and displayed a reading of 0.116 grams of alcohol in 210 litres of breath. So that's just under 2.5 times over the legal limit.
I thought I might have been touch and go, but I didn't think I was 2 times over the limit, you know. I thought I might have been just all right, but there you go, it just goes to show, you know, what you think and what actually is, 2 different things. Even if you're sober, hitting somebody, that'd be bad enough. But knowing that if you're drunk and doing that, there's no way in the world I could live with that. There's no way.
Because he's blown mid-range, Bobby's licence is immediately confiscated.
Thanks, mate. You've been a champion while you've been in our custody.
I apologise for my stupidity.
Yeah, well, at least you've got the sense to do that, so.
Good luck.
Although he's a good bloke, and you can see by his character that he's quite a colourful fellow and a likeable bloke, you just can't drink and drive.
Bobby was convicted of mid-range drink driving. He was fined $500 and disqualified from driving for 6 months. Nathan's lab result returned a positive reading for both cannabis and methamphetamine. He was convicted of driving with an illicit substance in his system, fined $700 and lost his licence for 1 year. Chris was convicted of low-range drink driving. He was fined $650 and disqualified from driving for 6 months. He was also convicted of driving with an expired licence, fined a further $600 and then disqualified from driving for another 3 years.